friends, Jackie at Sew-Brite Creations. Today I'm going to show you how to make a change pad cover. This is from my little guy's nursery. It had a fuzzy thing over top of it, but it's kind of sketchy getting like dirty all the time. I did have a cloth on top. Anyways, we're just going to make a zipper change pad cover. All you need is some cotton fabric. You could use flannel too. Probably something without stretch because it has a zipper is going to be the best. You could use something with a stretch, but I would stick with something without a stretch. It uses quite a bit of fabric, so I'm going to do one side with this fabric here, cotton, and then one side with this. This is an old sheet, thrifted fabric. I measured the change pad and it is 17 by 34 inches, so I'm going to cut my two pieces 1 inch extra on either side, so I'm going to cut it 36 by 19 inches. Sometimes it's easier to fold it in half to do the cutting. It's gonna go 19 inches this way. So I'm just gonna match up here on my ruler, these lines, so I know it's a straight. Now this one's gonna be the same. I'm gonna iron these. Okay, there's one, and this one. So the zipper I have is too long, 22 inches, and it only needs to be the width of this, 17 inches. But it's okay because we can trim it. Here, we're gonna want to put the zipper on first. So this is how it opens. This is the right way, the top side. So we're gonna open it and then flip it over, and we're gonna sew. We're gonna leave like just about 1/4 inch there for the seam allowance. And we're gonna sew this on like this, so then when we flip it the right way around, it will be like that. It's a good idea to pin it just because zippers are tricky. And if you're a beginner, well, you know what? I always pin my zippers. I don't do a lot of zippers. Okay, so now we're gonna sew along here. We're working with the right sides together. So we want, this is the right side of our fabric and this is the right side. Gonna open that again. I want to pin it on this side because this is the side that I'm sewing on. Okay. I have a knit needle on. It's not the right needle for this, so it's not sewing very well. And I should change it, but I'm not going to because then I have to move my tripod and my tripod just broke. So normally you wouldn't push the fabric through like this. The sewing machine should just feed it. It's just because of the needle that I have. It's just not the right kind, but we're gonna make this work. I'm gonna pin it just to make sure. We also want to open this zipper a little bit because this is going to be our hole for trimming it inside out. We want to line that up nicely. I'm going to pin it along here just because I don't want anything shifting. The ironing really helps to keep things in place as well, so don't skip the ironing step. Okay, it's pinned here. When we sew this part, we'll just stitch right to the edge here. So I'm just gonna fold this over right like that, and I'm gonna sew over the whole thing.
Definitely want to go back and forth a few times because you want that to be really strong. I'm gonna sew this side down because I don't want it to bunch up coming up. So I should have put the pins on the other side, but that's okay. We're gonna take the pins out and trim. Don't want to use my fabric scissors for this part because it's not fabric, it's a zipper. Okay, double check that all the pins are out. I'm just gonna trim the corners, this little extra bit here. And we made that hole at the top. So now we can flip it right sides out.
This is what the end looks like with the zipper.
When we close the zipper,
That's what it looks like.
pretty good. I'm just gonna poke the ends out.
Is anybody else nervous?
Here we go. Is it gonna work? I was worried it was gonna be too short. And it's not!